somebody the way that I love you. I wanna wake up with you, baby. I wanna be there when you open your eyes. I want you to be first thing that I see. I wanna wake up with you. I wanna lay by your side, baby. I wanna feel every beat of your heart. And throughout the night, I wanna hold you tight. I wanna wake up with you. Although this love inside I've been sleeping, waiting for the right one to come along. You could share this love that I've been keeping. You could put the music to my song. I wanna lay by your side, baby. I wanna feel every beat of your heart. And throughout the night, I wanna hold you tight. I wanna wake up with you. Because wise men says only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love with you. Should I stay? Would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. Lonely river flows surely to the sea. That's the way it goes. Some things were meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you was the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I could fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. It might appear to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I can feel your body swing. You're one floor below me and don't even know me. I love you. Oh, my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the tap if the answer is no. Oh, my sweetness means you meet me in the hallway. Twice on the tap means you ain't gonna show. For love is a thing, it burns inside, and you should never ever let it pass you by. I say love is to cherish and to hold, and you should never ever let it go. For it may never ever pass your way again. So hold on to love, my friend, and never ever let it go. Oh, love, sweet love. I said love is a thing that's in your heart, and you should never ever let it part. For it may never ever pass your way again. So hold on to love, my friend, and never ever let it go. Oh, love, sweet love. Oh, love, oh, sweet love. I say love, sweet love. Oh, love, sweet love.
And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, wherever you're listening to this program, locally, regionally, or internationally. My name is Sheldon Scott, and I will be with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. It's now 17 minutes after the 8 o'clock on the Spice Isle of Grenada, saying a special good night to all of you joining us via the YouTube, all of you joining us via the Facebook, our We Noise TV folks. We say a special good night to each and every one of you, and hope that you all have been having a fabulous day, very hot day, but a very fabulous day thus far, and indeed a wonderful night tonight. Yes, indeed, it is Talking Tuesdays. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah, but we still haven't sorted out certain things. So yeah, you realize we still have to use the same phone number from last night. We opened the phone lines from early up, eh? Yeah, phone lines open now. If you want to call now, you call now. Right? The phone lines are open from now. Yeah, so several things to talk about tonight. Several things to talk about tonight. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those nights, huh?
Higher than the highest mountain, and deeper than the deepest sea. That's how
And remember the phone number for tonight, 421-7279. Let me say a special good night to you, Camille Teresa Scott. I was unable to get to town today, but God's willing, and by His grace I shall make it tomorrow. I hope I do meet you.
Then the gentle
Good evening to you, the Giza out there in the UK. Irvin out there in the UK as well.
and strong.
Patricia and Matthew out there in Canada. Ian, our listeners out in Oshawa, Alberta. Those of you in Ontario, wherever you are in Canada, we say a special good night to you. Our wonderful listeners out there in North Carolina. Those of you listening over in Texas, look, loads of listeners out there in Texas, man. I love Texas. I've been to Texas before. I'd love to go back to Texas, yeah? Say everything is bigger in Texas, yeah?
My heaven, you are my kingdom, and you are my crown.
Our listeners in New York, whichever part of New York you are. You know Brooklyn posse is very strong, yeah? So good night to all of you. Florida, good night to you. My good friend in Florida. I haven't gotten a direct message from you for a few days. What's up? I hope everything is okay with you. But I see you're busy on social media too, eh? But tax time, yeah, tax time.
And sacred
All listeners in Maryland.
love can be.
California, good afternoon to those of you in California, yeah?
Love you, oh darling.
I think my Hawaiian listener is now over in Florida, yeah? Those of you listening from the homeland, the African continent, good night to you. I do see you all checking in there, yeah? Those of you listening from Asia, we say good night to you as well.
Girl, you are my heaven.
In other words, those of you in India.
You are my kingdom.
My good friend in Singapore who tunes in every now and again. Good night to you, my brother. Let me know if you still need that container full of clove, eh?
You are all I pray for. You are
Nutmeg State, good night to you.
these arms to surround.
And a reminder to all of you, yes, donations, yeah?
As the morning
Especially this month, we do need your help. Those of you who have donated already, we'd like to thank you all so very much. But this month, this month is a crunch month. We really need your assistance, huh? So those of you that can, because we understand what's going on now, eh? Yeah, it's not just last month. This month is not as easy as it was last month. Because last month you wasn't talking about a war taking place. You were not talking about significant increases that are taking place right now in the supermarket. Not just here in Grenada, throughout the world. So we may think that our friends and family in the US, they have it okay. No. Yeah? It's sitting there as well. They're going to be seeing increases in relation to everything. Not just electronics and those kind of things, you know. They're going to be seeing increases in other things. They've been seeing increases in fuel already, which is going to affect the cost of production of other items that they're using there. They'll see increase in the cost of food stuff because fertilizers are stuck in the port of the Straits of Hormuz. Fertilizer that the farmers need. And it's driving the cost of everything else up. Yeah, so food is going up. Many of us who have already visited the supermarkets would recognize that food is already going up. But for some reason, our government has remained very quiet in relation to this particular issue. By the 18th of next month, we are going to see the real effect of not maintaining the $15 gas cap that the new National Party had in place. We are going to see real, live and direct. Already you're paying more than you would have paid if they had left the gas cap in place. Because both diesel and gasoline were capped at $15. You're paying more than the $15 for both diesel and gasoline as it is right now. If it had been, the cap had remained, you would not have been going through that right now. That is a fact. But they decided that they're going to remove it. And folks, it just shows how vulnerable small island states like Grenada are to international shocks. and we see the shocks that are taking place. Yeah? We hear the war drums, and we see the fighter jets going out and the drones flying through and the warships heading over. And while we see that, we feel the effects. So we're getting it all over. We see those things happening. We hear of those things happening, but we actually feel the effects here, and it's going to go further. Pharmaceuticals are going to see a significant increase. So you're going to see an increase in the price of your medication. You're going to see increases across the board. Right now in Asia, some countries are in crisis. There are countries in Asia right now that the public transportation system is in danger. There are different countries that have asked people to leave your vehicles home. Yeah, leave your vehicles home and take public transport to cut down on the use of fuel, so that fuel could be reserved for things like generating electricity and for the same public transportation system and for other important things. So they've been asking people, leave your vehicle at home, take a bus, take a train. There are countries right now that have actually shortened the work week. So they have said, okay, you're only going to work 4 days out of the week is when you're going to come to work. There's one particular country that has even cut the salary of public workers by 30%. They cut the minister's salary by 20%, which I didn't find was fair. But they cut the public workers' salary by 30%. And all of this is because of what is going on right now in Iran and the Straits of Hormuz. And the effects, don't think it's only going to be an Asian thing, and they are the only ones that are going to be affected by it. Eventually, it's going to affect us, and not in a positive sense, because we're not an oil-producing country. Trinidad may get some benefits because the price of oil has gone up, and therefore the oil that they are producing, they will be making more money than they were making before. With the price gone up to $100 and even over $100, they will be making more money. But even in Trinidad, next door, their national airline, that's the Caribbean Airlines, the CAL, they have asked the government to subsidize the price of fuel. Listen, let me just give a piece of advice here. Those of you that ain't buy your ticket yet to come down to Grenada for Carnival or later in the year for whatever activity, I hope you know that you better buy it now, because the price of fuel is going up so high that the price of the tickets are doubling and tripling. Today I saw on a post I saw where somebody sent the price of a ticket, and that price was somewhere in the region of 5,000 US for a ticket into Grenada for Carnival time. Yeah, so you have to be careful. You have to be careful. If you intend to travel, book your flight now. Yeah? They can't change the price on you after you buy it, isn't it? Book your flight early and get that out of the way. Because the price that we're seeing for those tickets and so coming up now. And you know they tend to have a situation in most instances. Well, at least here in Grenada, when the price goes up, it doesn't go back down. So if something was $13 and it end up at $23, you don't see it going back down to the $13 easy. And we're saying here that while other countries have placed specific emphasis on cost of living measures, they have put measures in place to protect their citizens. So they have said, and I mentioned some of what some of the countries have done. Here in Grenada, our government and our Minister of Finance too busy hiding their head in the sand. And that's just what they're doing. They're like ostriches. If we hide long enough, this is going to pass. No, it's not going to pass. We will be affected, and negatively so. What measures is your government taking to address the significant increase in the cost of living that Grenadians are going to be faced with and already are being faced with? Now, if the Caribbean Airlines operating out of Trinidad, which is an oil-producing country, They produce oil. Yeah? If they are saying that they need the government to step in and assist them financially, because other than that, they're going to be running at a loss due to the price of fuel and so. There are other producers in Trinidad, you know. Open your fridge or your cupboard right now, you're going to realize what I'm talking about. Whether it's ketchup or mayonnaise or mustard. Yeah? Whether it is macaroni or noodles. Many of the things that we purchase at the supermarkets here, a large proportion of them come from down south. They come from Trinidad. They're produced down there. Whether it's condensed milk or evaporated milk, whether it's some of the soft drinks, those things are produced from there, and therefore the increase in the price of electricity, etc., there is going to negatively affect us here in Grenada. And as such, we need to be very careful and very concerned with what is taking place. But our government is too busy trying to dazzle you. They're too busy trying to razzle-dazzle and not deal with the real issues that are affecting the average Grenadian. The cost of living is of significant concern to each and every Grenadian, and ought to be of significant concern to each and every Grenadian. We cannot take this thing for a joke. Yeah? Now I just received something there. Petrol for ambulances and new speed limits. So the UK has been putting measures in place now for make sure they have fuel for ambulances and speed limits, because they are going through a fuel shortage. Guess who is going to be paying a lot more for electricity, because the price of fuel, the fuel component of your electricity bill, is going sky high. Guess who is going to be paying a lot more for electricity? And guess who could have been protected had the government left in place the measures the NNP had put in place on the non-fuel part, because you cannot do anything about the fuel part. The fuel part is international. But there's the non-fuel part that you can do something on, and that something has to be done on to protect the people of Grenada. And what did this government do? They took all the measures that was put by the NNP to protect people, and what they did, they leave it like go back up. And then they're talking about they give you $10 if you only use a little bit of electricity. They give you $10, where you could have saved as much as $80-something under the measures that the NNP had put in place. That is what they're not telling you. Again, dazzle you, razzle dazzle. But they refuse to face the realities of what Grenadians will be having to face over the next few months. At least we hope it just lasts a few months. But again, we know when the prices go up, they tend not to go down. Folks, let me take a short break and show you all these. Yeah, you know, it's time for it's time for these.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500. And our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Get ready to level up your workout game with Follow Me Fitness. Join renowned trainer Lincoln the Goose Jones for an electrifying fitness experience that includes aerobics, exercise, weight training, strength training, and much more. Join the fitness revolution at the Tag Team Netball Court and the Old Trafford playing field every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Unleash your inner strength and groove to the beats of DJ Killer Sound while you sweat it out. Affordable pricing, just $65 per month or $30 per class. For more information, call 410-3711. Don't miss out on this chance to transform your fitness routine. Level up today with Follow Me Fitness.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Yes, indeed, folks. And also, let me just give you all a reminder quickly of some of the other activities that are coming up. Remember, NNP Connect. It's going to be taking place to... No, let's say I'm doing it the wrong way. Okay, let me get it. Yeah, let me have it here. Yes, indeed. And folks, the more NNP Connect moves to the Tivoli RC School. Starting time 6:30 p.m. And the team led by the Honorable Emlyn Pear, political leader of the New National Party, leader of His Majesty's opposition. The Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters. Yes, Miss Peters gonna be putting her beaters on whoever come. Your bad step in the boy man yard, yeah? Boy!
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it.
The lovely Mrs. Amanda Japal George,
Don't stop it.
new National Party candidate for the constituency of St. Andrew Southwest.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop
Sister Lisa,
it.
Teacher Lisa,
Don't stop the progress.
Sister Marcia, whichever way you want to call her.
Stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it.
But candidate for the New National Party in the St. Andrew Northwest constituency, Marcia Lisa Francis. And they will be joined by the gentleman, Mr. Robert White. That's NNP Connect. It's going to be taking place at the Tivoli RC School tomorrow. And indeed, the feature addressed by the Honorable Emlyn Pear.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
The NNP St. George Northeast candidate, Mr. Nimrod Oliver and his team, they're inviting you to a family fun day that's taking place this Sunday. Come on out and enjoy a day of fun, togetherness, and laughter. Yeah, it's going to be a nice one, huh? They're going to be having various activities taking place like cricket, football, tug of war, bouncing castle, dominoes. All at the Tempe playing field starting from 3 p.m.
Yes. Don't stop the progress.
Remember, that's taking place this Sunday.
Don't stop it.
And remember, all food is free.
Don't stop it.
So bring out the whole family.
Don't stop it.
You could buy a little drinks and them kind of thing.
Don't stop it.
But all food is free.
Don't stop the
If you know Nimrod Olivier, them fellas you have around him, look at the real cook. Yeah.
Don't stop the progress.
You name it, them fellas could handle it and thing, you know. Yeah.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Remember to save the date. July 11th, yeah, that's the New National Party New York chapter. They're having their 3rd annual Evening of Elegance.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the
I think I have about 2 more, and I have to find them, I ain't sure where they are. I have to find the other 2. Yeah, supposed to have another 2. I'll get them, and before the end of the program, I'll make sure that I put them up very nice.
Stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop the progress.
So back into our discussions, eh?
Don't stop the progress.
I got a book over the last week, Surviving the Cost of Living Crisis by Claude Douglas, yeah? Yeah, it's an interesting read and so on. Advise those of you that need to get a copy of it, yeah? Get Claude, good night to you, sir. Yeah, I hear you in certain organizations. Anyhow, Claude. Just remember,
Take a good look around. The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress.
hey, let me say a good night to you, Mr. Handsome.
The house solid and the pillars strong.
And folks, you know something? What's really taking place with the Closier Road? Up to now, we can't hear any update in relation. Just how they leave it since the ending of last year, just so they leave it, eh? Yeah, no work taking place. You remember they had all kind of thing. The bring team of engineers, prime minister went up, all kind of thing. We just had to come and talk about it here for them to do something. So we talking on behalf of the people at Closier, Florida, and other users of that road. What taking place with the road now? We're going to leave it like that for rainy season to come back and for it to collapse again? What is taking place with that road? Yeah? What is going to be done? And don't come and play going and just dump some asphalt on top of it and feel like it's the end of it, because we know it go wash out. What is taking place with that road? We need an update. We need some further information with what is taking place with that Closier Road. We want to know. Yeah, go see. I must get some pictures of it, man. Yeah. You can remember at a point in time, everybody was the Closier Road, the Closier Road, the Closier Road. But that's how this government operates. Unless you make noise about it, they ain't going and try and fix it. So I'm talking on behalf of the people at Closier, fix the road. It ain't fixed. That's a temporary something you do there. Fix the road. Yeah? Folks, the phone lines are open. 421-7279. 421-7279. And again, folks, we have to be very careful. And here's the worst thing now, is that we are seeing an increase in the cost of electricity at a point in time that we tend to use more electricity than normal. Yeah, at this time of year, we tend to use a lot more electricity than normal because the place hot. So you have your fan going 24/7. You might have your air condition and you have it on right through. So we tend to use a lot more electricity at this time of year. You have your lights on for longer because the days themselves are a bit shorter than other times of the year. Around August, so all 7 o'clock, you're still seeing the final piece of the sunlight going and them kind of thing. So you use more electricity. Check your bills from the last year, couple of years, you'd realize around this time of year, January, February, going down there, you tend to use a lot more electricity than other times a year. And then especially now that you've gone into the Easter vacation and the children home, to constantly be in and out. I know how it is. JJ, I know, yeah, you're constantly in and out of the refrigerator and all those kind of things. We know how that goes. So you have to look at your electricity usage. You have to look at your water usage and conserve, because especially with the type of weather we've been having, we know we might be heading into drought conditions. So we have to be careful with the way that we use water. Yeah, so we can't just splash dab and wash down vehicle 3 times a week and 4 times a week and all kind of thing. We have to be careful with how we're going about with the usage of water. And I saw someone saying in one of the chats a while ago They're wondering if government isn't conserving electricity by taking electricity in certain places and taking water in certain places and giving to other areas. So they're wondering if that is not what taking place. I don't know. I don't know if it's that taking place. Yeah, I don't know if it's that taking place, Papa. Me 421-7279. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. Me only want to put it together again, folks. I want to thank you, Mr. Watts. Yeah, I see you there. Thank you so very much. Folks, remember, we need your help. Yes, we need your help. So those of you that can contribute, please do contribute. Those of you with, again, that call on this one. Let me take the call here. If you see again it, let me take the call here. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, let me see if I can get that call over here. Hello. Oh boy, no, they hung up. Yeah, so folks, 421-7279, 421-7279, folks. That is the number for you to call. Yeah, you just say it, boy. I saying it here already. 421-7279. Give us a call and let us know what is taking place in your area. Yeah, nice, beautiful, nice. Let me get this thing playing there. Nice. Yeah, I'm getting that while I am looking for the other. Some other stuff was sent to me today.
Don't stop the progress. We moving on. The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around. The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. We moving on. The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around.
Right, I think I've found what I was looking for.
Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it. 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 Don't stop it.
Yes, indeed. So the Carriacou and Pedimatic branch of the New National Party, they have the Bring and Share Social that's taking place on Paradise Beach this Saturday. Yeah.
Don't stop it.
Good night to you, Senator the Honorable Norland Cox.
Don't stop it.
So that's the New National Party Carriacou and Pedimatic branch. Bring and Share Social. Paradise Beach this Saturday. Also, Senator the Honorable Norland Cox partnering with Bethel and Associates Maritime Services and Training Institute. They're offering a 4-year full scholarship at the Caribbean Maritime University in Jamaica.
Yes. Don't stop it.
Those programs offered, you get a bachelor's in marine engineering
Don't stop it.
and or a bachelor's in marine science, master and chief mate.
Don't stop it.
The deadline for submissions is the 30th of April.
Don't stop the progress.
You can contact 410-1428.
Stop the progress.
That's 410-1428.
Don't stop it.
Or you can email decfoundationgnd@gmail.com. That's DEC. Let me make it big day for you. Nice. You could email them, right? DEC foundationgnd@gmail.com. So DEC foundationgnd@gmail.com if you're interested, huh?
Stop the progress. Don't stop the progress. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
So that's Senator the Honorable Norland Cox partnering with Bethel and Associates.
Stop it.
They're offering that maritime services and training partnering with Bethel and Associates Maritime Services and Training Institute.
Yes.
They're offering that 4 years full scholarship
Stop it.
at the Caribbean Maritime University in Jamaica.
Stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
Remember, the deadline for submissions is the 30th of April 2026.
House solid and the pillars
That is a very special day for me.
progress.
That's 30th of April. Yeah,
The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't
I ain't think I working that day all, yeah. You gotta excuse me on that particular day, eh?
And the pillar strong. Don't stop the progress.
Yes, I just wanted to get that one.
The house solid. And the pillar strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around.
Well, I ain't hearing all you tonight. All you want to call tonight. Okay, all right. Nah, I ain't hearing all you tonight. Nice, yeah. Oh, that's what going with all you out to. Okay, I see where some of the people are, so they're telling me where they are. That's why I'm not hearing from some of you all. Yeah, nice, yeah.
A certain kind of light that never shine on me.
Let me try it again. 421-7279.
To be with you, to live with.
And then you go see some people try to call when it's minutes to 10 to tell me stay on a little longer. No, I give me a chance to call. No.
Every little thing. But what good will it bring if I ain't got you? If I ain't got you.
I see I was given a chance to call before I started something else, but let me start on this particular one. Now, folks, I want you all to listen to this one from a program that took place just a couple hours ago. I want you all to listen to this particular statement that's being made here, and let me make sure that it is up properly. Yeah, let me make sure that it is up properly.
Walbert Christopher, when is the Kawana Bay Hotel project expected to resume?
Thank you, Walbert. We are working assiduously with the intended developer. That's Mr. Naguib Sawari from the Silver Sands project.
Folks, since you all did not hear the question, let me take that from the beginning.
Walbert Christopher, when is the Kawana Bay Hotel project expected to resume?
Thank you, Walbert. We are working assiduously with the intended developer. That's Mr. Naguib Sawari from the Silver Sands project. We are keeping our fingers crossed that construction work can commence in the last quarter of 2026. We are in the middle.
Yeah, they're keeping their fingers crossed that maybe it could start at the end of this year.
Of finalizing, or he's in the middle of finalizing some of his financing arrangements, including with, I think, the local bank as well. I'm hoping that by the end of April, we can have this done and dusted.
I don't think that's what we were being told before, you know. Weren't we being told before that they have the finances and they're just ready to do the thing? In fact, I'm pretty sure that we've heard 2 start dates, and what we're referring to here is the hotel above Grenada's Beach, the Kawana by Kimpton, yeah? So again, let's take it from the start here.
Walbert Christopher, when is the Kawana Bay Hotel project expected to resume?
Thank you, Walbert. We are working assiduously with the intended developer. That's Mr. Naguib Sawari from the Silver Sands project. We are keeping our fingers crossed that construction work can commence in the last quarter of 2026. We are in the middle of finalizing, or he's in the middle of finalizing some of his financing arrangements, including with, I think, the local bank as well. I'm hoping that by the end of April, we can have this done and dusted, and then we'll be in a position to have a joint announcement from both the developer and the government. As I said, I've asked that they seek to commence the work by the last quarter of 2026, and we're optimistic that that can happen. They are finishing up work currently on the expansion that they did to Silver Sands. So hopefully once that is under the belt, it gives them more bandwidth to take on the Kawana Bay project.
Right. And folks, remember, we are in this situation because the individual who was speaking there, they decided that they are not going to contest the case that was brought against Grenada by the original developers of that facility. Yeah? They decided they would step back. They decided that they would allow the individuals to claim victory. Let me take this call and then we'll come back to that. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Mr. Scott,
Hi, good night. Yes, sir. We're hearing you. You go right ahead.
this number, I'm from Brooklyn. I use this number. There's no problem.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You're on live. So you can go ahead.
I mean, how to pay for this call?
No, it's a WhatsApp call, so it's free.
Oh, yeah. To the this afternoon, I listen. I interview with the Prime Minister on WFM concerning the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him a question. where you gonna get the people to work in the hospital? You say you're gonna take the staff from the general hospital and bring them over.
Mm-hmm.
And plus you say you need 2,500. So that means he closing down the hospital, the one in St. George's.
Well, it left to be seen because there are several aspects of this project that they just are not speaking to. So we're not sure if what they're going to do is close it down. What I do know is that the staff that was at that's at all the facilities right now, they are being, since the facility is being statutorized, those staff have to be treated in a particular way. According to the labor code, according to the Constitution of Grenada, they have to be treated in a particular way. So that's one of the reasons that they didn't want to hire new nurses. Yeah? Or they was holding back on hiring new nurses because then they have to pay them off. You know, they have to pay off all these nurses and doctors that are attached to the general hospital and so now.
Then it will be a new contract.
Yeah, they're going to get a contract to work now because they're no longer going to be under the public service. So there's a whole thing there. I might have to ask my good friend Oliver Joseph to come on one of these days and explain it. But once you are transferring a person from what was a government entity, a fully government entity, in other words, these people were employed with the Ministry of Health. And now you're taking these people out from the Ministry of Health and attempting to place them under a statutory body. You've broken their service. Their position does no longer exist under the government. So there is, if I remember correctly, it is a situation where you're supposed to pay them. You have to treat them like they're pensioned in some instances. Yeah? So I have to I'll clarify that with my good friend Oliver Joseph.
Do they have the public submission, the public commission board anymore?
The Public Service Commission, yes, it is still there. It is still there. Mm-hmm. And right now as well, they've tried to fast track the bringing people under the Public Service Commission. I'm going to show a letter in a little while that explains what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I work in Ministry of Agriculture and I was I used to work in St. Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
And then part of St. Mark, like Non-Parallel, Digo Peace and Dukin Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So so the public commission, so those people they are employing now,
Mm-hmm.
they will be under, I mean, like in different ministry, they will be under the Public Service Commission?
No. Those people are not going to be under the Public Service Commission. They're taking out all these nurses, all these doctors, technicians, etc., who are now under the Public Service Commission. Even if they're on contract, they're still answerable to the Public Service Commission. They're taking out all of these people now, and they're placing those people under a statutory body that is answerable to a board of directors.
Because I used to work with Mr. Pierre used to work with us, Mr. Francis Pierre, Satel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Because I was I've been appointed by the Public Service Commission, but I spent I had 5 years probation.
Probation, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have this now.
I would need to get clarity on the question you're asking. I'd need to get some clarity on that. You mean a probationary period? I don't think it would be as much as 5 years. Maybe a few months.
No, the unit term was 5 years. 5 years.
I don't think it would be that long again, as long as 5 years. I think probably just 3 months.
And then after you 5 years and no problem, then you get appointed.
Mm-hmm.
When you get appointed, the government couldn't, with any government coming for, they couldn't make you go just so. You had to go to the Public Service Commission first,
Mm-hmm.
and the union. But no, it's not different now, eh?
No, it's the same. When you're under the public service committee, that's why I'm saying, if they're gonna transfer them now, then and I think that is one of the things that they're kind of afraid of, and they would want they wouldn't want to touch that now. They would want something like that to take place after an election. Not that they're gonna win, but they would want something like that take place after an election. So they wouldn't touch that now because they definitely have to break the service of all these people. It's going to affect things like their ability to receive a pension. It's going to affect all these things for these nurses and these doctors, etc., and the other people working in the healthcare system. All of that is going to be affected if you turn the Ministry of Health basically into a statutory body. All of that is going to be affected.
One more question. The NIS today and the pension before is two different situations.
You have the 1958 pension that folks got after they spent a specific amount of time, and then you have the arrangement that was in place for the teachers, police officers, prison officers. They had their separate arrangement, and so. But for the the other people under the public service, they had their arrangements, how much time they had to spend, and so. And then the NIS came in back in 1983, and the intention was for that to replace these things. Yeah, it was for it to replace the 1958 pension, but we know that has been challenged, and we know how that ended up now. Now they have come and they've put another pension plan in place. So you still have people that will be paid and would qualify under the 1958 pension. Now they're offering the contributory pension that you have to pay, and then you have your NIS that you would get a little something from as well. So you have three things basically operating at the same time.
Oh, so they are three at the same time.
Yeah, but the new one would be a contributory pension, so it's only those contributing to it, which I think they've already started taking contributions from all the workers towards that. Yeah?
Yeah, my prediction is 15-0 in behalf of NNP.
We have to work. That's all I would say. We have to work, my friend. We have to work. Yeah? We have to work.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be on the ground. Yeah, you gotta be on the ground. You have to be housed too.
That is why in a little while I'll be speaking about registration again, because over the weekend I've been getting some information again about problems with people going to register and can't register and so on. I've been getting some complaints from different people, so I'll be dealing with that in a short while as well.
Because about an hour ago, I got some news from Grenada. They say those who want to vote, you better register early before any problem.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
All right, so Mr. Scott, take care. We'll keep in touch.
Thank you so very much, my brother. You have a wonderful one and be safe out there in Brooklyn.
All right, take care, bro.
All right. Yes, indeed, folks. So, 421-7279, that's the number for you to call on the WhatsApp. No, it wouldn't cost you anything if you're calling us via the WhatsApp, yeah? We do have an overseas line, but it has not been transferred to this studio yet. I don't know why, but it's not been transferred here yet. But once it is transferred, we'll be able to take the overseas calls directly on that again, which would not cost you anything. All right? Yeah, so 421-7279, that's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. And folks, there are several people who have been making some complaints. I think we have a call online. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Good night to you, Sheldon. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine for the time. Just a little cool.
Oh gosh, yes, I know how that goes. Yeah. Go right ahead.
Yeah, Sheldon, My brother got down last week Wednesday. He had an accident, right? Rush him up Princess Alice Hospital because he gets some back cuts and stuff. Injuries.
Wow.
And to tell you, Sheldon, the doctor tell my brother he don't have gauze to dress him. So they send him out. We have to they send him home. And we have to sleep with all the pain.
At Princess Alice, they had no gauze.
My Princess Alice Hospital, they don't have gauze to dress a cut. Just imagine a cut, you get a cut. Right, and they send him home, and you have to sleep with all the pain and all the blood on his feet and stuff. You understand? And till the next day, we have to bring him in. We had to bring him in a health center for him to get a proper something. I find that real stupid in Sheldon. Sheldon, we're going local.
So the health center, seems to have it, but the main facility does not have it.
No, it does not have.
That ain't making sense.
It don't make sense at all, Sheldon. It don't make sense at all. That real stupidness. I don't know. I don't know what will become to Grenada. I don't know. I don't understand Sheldon. I don't understand them. I don't know what really going on in my little island. It's getting worse. Everything is getting harder and worse. And especially our health. They have health in Grenada like joking. They're joking with your health in Grenada. They don't serious with health, you know. I'm telling you. So what I'm telling the youths, please, we need you all to register and come out and vote. Come out and save your little island, Grenada, because we're in jeopardy. The little island is in jeopardy, trust me, because when I go up in Maribou and to hear the doctor came out and telling us he don't have gas to dress a little cut. Sheldon, it's terrible. Telling you, it's really terrible. Have a good night.
All right, thank you. So you heard it from one of the people that have been through it. Yeah, you're hearing what the situation is there. No gas at the hospital in Maribou. And that is the one that, well, you know, they don't care about St. Andrew people. So all you know, NDC does not and has never cared about the people of St. Andrew. They don't care about you all. Yeah, NDC does not care about St. Andrew people. If they had cared about you all, they would have looked to do something proper up there and make sure that at least there's medication. And this is not the first time Maribou been treated like that. Under the last NDC was the same situation. I remember under the last NDC having to go up there and drop mop and all kind of thing. Yeah, you'll be surprised. Anne-Marie Eban, who gave me the mop and thing to drop up there under the last NDC. Yeah? I'm afraid to say it's Anne-Marie Eban to give me. She did give me the mop. So what I'm supposed to do like is me that take it and bring it. She gave me some mop when I talk about it. And we went up there and drop it off for them. You had situations, yeah, up there. In fact, some of the situations that take place there, I know what I went through at Maribou before. And that is why when we were coming into office, I said to the then team that, listen, you must do something with Maribou, must improve the services at Maribou. That's how up they end up with X-ray through Miss Benjamin and all sorts of thing. They had ambulance up, they park up. The ambulance can't go because they couldn't buy tires for the ambulance and battery for the ambulance, and ambulance park up in the back of Maribou. That was under the last NDC administration. His NNP had to come and sort out all these things. So when they tell you about healthcare, like they know so much about healthcare and they're the best when it comes to healthcare, just remind them. Some of us remember, you know. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Yeah, that's me. Or you're talking to someone else?
Not next state here. How you doing?
Good.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
3 things. Well, actually, I have 4 things I have to talk to you about. One,
What's the story with the Cuban delegates, the doctors and so on? Are they shipped out of Grenada yet, or did
No,
they sign them on?
as far as I know, they're still in Grenada. I know that the last thing we heard were that 30 Ghanaians were here already, and they were expecting some more. The government is trying to, because remember, the present Prime Minister wants everybody to believe that he is the reincarnation of Maurice Bishop. So it is really cake on his face to come out now and say that we have to send the Cubans home. Maurice Bishop would have never sent the Cubans home, but he has to do it. And he's trying his very best to do it as quietly as possible, so that the progressives, as they call themselves in Grenada, that the progressives would not take a knock at him in relation to it. But definitely the Cubans would not be here. We said to you all, since last year, we did say that the Cubans would not be able to work along with Mount Sinai. I said that since the beginning of last year. I've been saying that. Yeah? And it has come to pass. Because we knew that was the situation. Yeah?
Okay. And my other thing, on a personal note, we pay our electric bill from up here, and we got our $10 discount. So my bill now is minus $10. Next month it will be minus 20 if I don't come back home in time.
Well, it wouldn't be minus 20, I could guarantee you that. And what
Well, no, it says they give us $10 a month, so they owe me $10 right now. So next month they will be owing me another $10, so that's $20. So if my bill when I come for Carnival, my bill is $80, that means I have to pay only $60 because I have a $20 I will have $20 credit.
Oh, I understand where you're getting at now, yeah. I understand where you're coming from.
It's $10 for everybody a month, right?
Because the place basically is not using the amount of electricity.
Right.
So it qualifies for the $10 rebate. So you're saying
Every month.
Yeah, right. So you're saying after 2 months is really $20.
Right.
Yeah, so I understand.
Well, I'll find out. On my last question, what's the story with this oil and gas? I haven't heard anything. Nobody start jumping up and down and say we have oil, we have oil, we have gas, we have this. And from the time he meet this guy, this Dangote guy, everything is put under the rug. And did he sign a deal with Dangote or what?
Well, we are unaware of that. What we do know is that there was a forum a couple months ago in relation to oil and gas here in Grenada, where several statements, they said they were working on different aspects of it. And that's where it stayed. We didn't hear anything more regarding oil and gas. It is interesting that you raised that. It is something that crossed my mind today, that I should do some further investigation on to find out where they are. They do have a group that they claim is working on that, but as with other things, we hear about groups and then we don't hear any report. It's when people talk and make noise about it, then you hear something. Just like you asked the question, they're listening because every government minister listens to this program on a nightly basis. They do, because they're afraid their name call, and they're listening to here because they're looking for ideas too. So they listen to this program every night. So don't be surprised in the next week or so, you hear them speaking about oil and gas, particularly since they're preparing to call the elections.
Well, I mean...
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
The last time I heard about oil and gas was when this guy came down with the cricket bat on the gloves and Dangote. That's the last time I heard about oil and gas, and everybody was jumping up and down. We have oil, we have gas, we have things. And Dangote, the oil sheik of Africa. Did anybody get a barrel from Africa yet?
A barrel of oil?
No barrels. No, he said he's gonna try to give up America and go west, go to bring alliance with Africa and so on, make new alliance with Africa.
They feel
I don't know, did any barrels come from Africa?
You can't give up the West. This is not 1979. Our banking system, everything is tied into the United States.
But no, he said,
our credit and debit cards, everything is tied into the United States, our counterpart, banking, all of that. Our entire banking system, monetary system is tied in there. You can't give up the United States. They're just talking loosely and nonsense.
no, he went to, he started with Maduro. He wear this sash across his chest and say he's going to be the interlocker or whatever. Then he said he's going to Africa. What he said, he's going to the what he said, the motherland, right? Something like that.
But remember, he also stated that his dream is to travel through Africa, and in particular to South Africa and Robben Island. That's his dream, so he's living his dream. Yeah, and he's asking Grenadians to give him another term in government so he could complete his trips throughout the entire of Africa. Not that he could go there to find some benefit for the Grenadian people, but that he can go over his bucket list.
Yeah, but that's why I asked. I thought there are people in Africa that said sending barrels, free barrels. I thought most of the barrels come from America and England. That's what I was saying.
We got some cricket gear, but apparently he didn't practice with any idea. The way I see bowling there. So.
Yeah, I see that the ball didn't touch ground yet. Anyway, good. Nice talking to you. We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you so very much, my brother.
All right.
Yes, indeed. And once again, reminder, folks, donations, yeah? Those of you that donate through the GoToFet, we need your help more than you see. I keep coming back to it because we need your help, yeah? We really need your help now more than ever. Yeah, it's been a rough month, so we need your help. We want to make sure that we can cover what we have to cover so we don't have any problems interfering with the program. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing?
Sheldon, I'm asking the question. As the election around the corner, will the Closure Road project finish? Will the Cliff Road finish? The wall in River Road, will it finish? Because that is project that's set under NMP, the River Road project. And many other projects were set at NMP, and right now it is on a hold. So I want to know if they will finish the project before they call the election. Because what they're trying to do, all things that they put on hold, the intention is to start it back, to fool the people that things happening. And Sheldon, I want to say to the people of Greater Carriacou, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled with what you see NDC trying. They're just trying to do something to fool the people to vote for them. But I want you all to remember what this government did to you, the poor people of Carriacou. The statement that the Prime Minister made, if you're not real NDC, no matter you vote for NDC, but you're not the real NDC, there nothing, no work for you, cannot get work. Only the real NDC they get, and only how the NMP may get if they slip through the crack. You remember what the statement that the Prime Minister made. Can I remember that this Prime Minister, he only want to get your vote, but he don't care about you. You may say that again. If you know somebody, if that man is not a friend and not a colleague, right? He considers nobody. He only considers his friend. So, based on the statement the Prime Minister made, we are holding accountable to that statement. And Grenada get registered to vote on NDC, because NDC is not a party for the poor people. It's not a party that cares about people. And Sheldon, there's something I want to say again. Could you tell me any major project in health that NDC did? I know a lot of things that NP did in health. Well, I can't remember what major project NDC did.
They stopped the dialysis program, causing quite a few people to lose their life back after 2008. They stopped the expansion.
Yeah.
They stopped the phase 2 of the hospital project with the metal structures that were up, and they was making joke about it.
Yeah.
That they now boasting about the improving healthcare services at the general hospital. And that is due to the work that was done by the new National Party. The ICU unit that was put in, all of that was put in by the NNP.
Yeah, the
back in
CT
those
scan, all
days.
them thing, yeah.
Yeah, I see them boasting now about
NMP did it.
but I see them now boasting about being able to do mammograms and that sort of thing, and they get equipment to do it. The government didn't purchase the equipment. A gentleman whose wife died from breast cancer, he bought the equipment and brought the equipment to Grenada. That's not NDC
I remember,
achievement.
I remember, yeah.
The
Yeah.
man brought
So
the
when
equipment, he
it-
bought and brought the equipment.
Mm-hmm. I remember in the forest with the six building there. When they closed on that, Carl, who was the Minister of Health, a lot of people, because they couldn't get the treatment, they die. Right? They die. I want to say to you, the people of Great Carriacou and Petermatic, you deserve a government that cares about you. A government that will lift you up and not bring another terror down. A government that will bring people together and unite people. And when the NMP win the next election, the NMP will not be a government for Green. But it will be a government for all Greeners to better their living condition. Sheldon, have a blessed night.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. All right, folks. 421-7279. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yes, indeed. And now they're rushing to see what they could do. Yeah, they're rushing now to see what they could do in relation to health care. But they didn't listen. They for themselves. Oh, I should have it here, man. Let me see. Yeah, man. I must have it here. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. So let me hear what the minister himself had to say. You know.
The process is painful. Being told that healthcare has not been improved for the past 2.5 years is a fact. It has not been improved in the way that you would expect to see it. There are some small signs, as pointed out earlier, but what we really need to do, we haven't really done it yet, but process is painful. Being told that healthcare has not been improved for the past 2.5 years is a fact. It has not been improved in the way that you would expect to see it. There are some small signs, as pointed out earlier, but what we really need to do, we haven't really done it yet.
I hear that man get one set award every time he reach back in cabinet. One pile of award he get for going and make that statement. My goodness. Until he was afraid afterwards. He was afraid to make a next statement like that again. Yeah, he was just being honest. But he was afraid. Yeah? And yes, my friend, I see your message. 421-7279. That's 421-7279. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. And one person has just been asking me, how can they donate? This is how you can donate. You have to go to that. I'm going to leave it up for a few minutes. You go there and you can see the different amounts you could donate. I have to remove the $5 because the $5 doesn't make sense, because by the time you pay the fee, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, so I'm going to remove the 5. But yes, so you can go there. You'll see it's very easy to use. It's the same platform that folks buy tickets for different shows and so in Grenada with. So it's very easy to use. So you can go there. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right, go right ahead.
Just
You're
want to be
live.
talking. Yeah, so I'm concerned about the Polaris project. Right? It's a project where the government now trying to get people to believe it is something that everybody going to benefit. But at the end of the day, it's only the rich people who have money, like them, alone will benefit from that project. Because in the long run, we don't have nothing. Our system is already broken. Fix our system first, and then we can move on. You want to bring in Mount Sinai and them. Mount Sinai and them is a place where you have to have money to go in the hospital. The facility, to use the facility, and you have to have money. We don't even have health insurance in Grenada? How are we facilitating our people to have access to that facilities when we don't have a health insurance? Get things in place first, put things together, and then we can move forward. Because our system right now, how it is, you can't even go in the health center and get anything. My mother was sick and she was in the hospital. And everything we have to do, we have to go and buy the gauze, we have to buy the tape, we have to buy drips, everything. My mother was sick in the hospital, and I don't care what nobody say. The system was there for only who they want. And they don't have no medication or anything in the health system, so they need to get that right before they think about going to build a hospital. And they're talking about they have funds sponsored from way and sponsored from way. Come up with documents, let me see what's going on, let me know exactly what is going on before we move forward. Let us get our health system here checked first, fix our hospital, get the necessary things that we need, and then we could think about, okay, let's come together, let me see how it's best we could put this together and get a better health plan in order for we to move forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much, caller. And the caller mentioned something that I have been mentioning on the program so far, that we have not been hearing anything in relation to national health insurance. In fact, I was listening to the Minister of Health and his presentation at the launch of Project Polaris. At that point, I would have expected to hear an extensive report regarding national health insurance. Because the only way the vast majority of Grenadians living here in Grenada will be able to afford utilizing the top class state-of-the-art facilities that they're bringing in there would be if we have national health insurance or some form of insurance. So if you're not insured, if you don't have health insurance, you will not be able to afford. You have to go and beg. More motorcade again. The only difference now is you don't have to fly out. You would be able to do it here, but it's more motorcade again. Whereas what should be put in place is a system where the average Grenadian would be able to access at least some of the services or the majority of services at the facility utilizing national health insurance. But what did they do? They kick out the JIPA people. They claim the people were not doing the work when the people since 2022 have been trying to meet with them and say, listen, this is what we've done and so on. So we're still waiting. So when I heard the two lines that the minister gave to national health insurance, I knew, if I didn't know before, I knew for a fact at that point that these people have no plan how they're moving forward with national health insurance, and there's no intention for the lower income people in this country to be able to access the services that would be at that facility, because it will not be free. Let me repeat for those at the back of the class that might be hard of hearing and was spelled in paper. It will not be free, the services at that facility. And as such, yeah, it's either we all, if you're doing that, have to go and pay for some health insurance otherwise right now, or that they get national health insurance in place. So you expect if something like that is taking place parallel to them building that facility, they would have completed, because national health insurance should have been active since November of 2025. That was the plan under the new National Party. That is what we were working towards. So it would have been active by November 2025 for the latest. Yeah, you'd have had the basket of goods. Right now, people would have had the card. They could have gone to a private facility and they could have gotten whatever they needed to get done. So you need to have an MRI done or a CT scan done, or you need to have an X-ray done. You could have gone to a private facility and gotten that done with your card, or whatever services were available at the hospital, you could have gotten that done with your card as well. Yeah, but not just you, your children, yeah, and the other dependents that could have been treated under your card. So the card wasn't just to protect you, it was for your children too. Your children there, you just pull your NHI card and they would be able to get treatment as well. But this government doesn't see that as important. They don't see this as a priority. because maybe they can't bust fireworks for national health insurance. They can't go and hold a big ceremony where their friends gonna get hundreds of thousands of dollars to provide the refreshments and all the transportation and all the other aspects of it. Their friends wouldn't be able to eat our food with national health insurance. When they launch national health insurance, it ain't going no fireworks and all that kind of thing. They need thing where they could go and they could say, wow, we did this, wow, look at us. And they themselves could feel good, mind, and all they could go ahead and feel good. The average Grenadian out here know how they're feeling when they have to go through these things. And I see some of them arguing right now about other things, like, for instance, they're saying, oh, the NNP never addressed the minimum wage issue. Let me just make it clear here, because there's some misunderstanding in the minds of many people in relation to the issue of minimum wage. Minimum wage is one thing. Yeah, minimum wage is one thing. So people could be working for a particular figure, and that figure could seem 5 times more or 10 times more if you lower the cost of living. So you have $100. Somebody say, I'm going to give you an additional $10, but the cost of everything around you gone up by 20. So it wipe out that $10 and it put $10 on top of it. So while you jumping up, yes, I get an increase. Yes, you get the increase by 10. But the cost of living which the government is allowing to just run wild goes up by 20. So it erase your 10 and still put a further 10 on top of it. Understand the philosophy here. So the new National Party were doing things to drive the cost of living down. So that if you had $100 under the NNP, what the NNP was trying to do is that if you had to spend $60 out of that on bills and food, what the NNP was trying to do is drive that down so that you have the same $100, but the cost of things is $50 instead of the $60. So you save $10. You could use that $10 and do something additional. So to run around and talk about we increase the amount of money people get in, that is one thing. But if you add a $10 and then you allow the cost of living, the inflation, to go up by a $20, you wipe out the increase you give. And if you all realize, that is exactly what has taken place here. That they have given the increases without even trying to focus on driving the cost of living down. So in their minds, we give, let's say, teachers. We give teachers an additional $100 a month. But teachers have to find an additional $300 a month for the period of time that they gave that $100 increase for. Because they're not dealing with the cost of living and the inflation. There are no measures. I don't know if the Minister of Finance in some rum shop. I don't know if he gone and gamble. I don't know what he doing, because right now, that's who we need to hear from. What measures is your ministry putting in place? You and your brother. Yes, the PS, you and your brother. What are you all putting in place to protect the average Grenadian from the increase in cost of living, the inflation, and the monster that come in we direction, the inflation that heading the direction of Grenada, that has already started and is going to get even worse. And all of this is happening at a point in time that government's income is going down because you don't have an increase in visitors to the Caribbean, including Grenada. So it's not just Grenada. St. Lucia is going through it. Dominica is going through it. The rest of the islands going through it. They're telling you there's a decrease of visitors to the region. So they're not seeing as much tourists coming to these islands as usually come. It's not trending upwards. It's sort of tapered off now. So it means you're not making any more money than you were making before. You might even be making less. CBI is in danger of going the way of the dinosaurs. And that's a fact. We got hit because of the wayward way that this government is operating with CBI. We've now been hit with that bond. You think people that had intended to get a Grenadian passport, because in their mind it's easier to get a US visa with a Grenadian passport, are now going to look to get the Grenadian passport? No. We've just been slapped with a visa bond. That these people are going to say, me ain't going to pay no 15,000 US when I could go and I could probably get a Kititian passport and not have to go through that. Or when St. Vincent starts their passport program, that I can get a Vincentian passport and not have to go through that. But now we are one of the only countries, in fact the only one in the Caribbean, I think in the last set, that have been hit with that visa bond. There are 2 other countries that have been hit with the visa bond, and again, CBI countries. So CBI is not going to be bringing in the kind of revenue that it was bringing in before. These are the things we need to be hearing the Minister of Finance out there talking on, you know. Come out the rum shop. Come out blast. Come and do the people work. Stand up handing people a bag of clothes. This is your MP working for you. You're losing. Licks in your tail. You're losing. Bottom line, you have to go. But in the interim, you have a responsibility. Come on out and tell the Grenadian people what measures you and your team are putting in place to protect them. If all you don't know what to do, find Dr. Patrick Antoine. He's a Grenadian patriot. He go help. There are many other economists of Grenadian heritage and pedigree that would be willing to help. Because it seems as you all don't know what to do and don't want to admit you don't know what to do. Barbados has put measures in place. Yeah? St. Vincent, St. Lucia, all of these countries are putting and speaking to their people. They're putting measures in place and they're speaking to their people and saying, okay, we know some hard times coming. We're putting this in place to protect you. When it was to increase all your salary, all you reach in Parliament fast. When it was to do extra borrowing, all you reach in Parliament fast. Now to protect the Grenadian people from what we know is coming, the economic tsunami that is heading our direction, all of a sudden, all you have nothing to say, all you gone quiet. Talk to us now. Don't hide and blast. Come out now and talk to us. Let us know what is taking place. We have a right to know what is taking place and what is being put in place for us. Because there are many families who already catching it, you know. They're real catching it. And to go through even worse than what they're going through now, because the family in the States that could have sent the barrel for them now had to send a box. And the ones that used to send a box had to send a bag. Because they are facing it too. The families in the UK that would have organized a little barrel and thing and send down, they're facing it in Canada, they're facing it too. So what are you doing to protect the people here? They keep boasting, we raise minimum wage. So you raise minimum wage. But the minimum wage have already been eroded. And we see the consumer price index coming out. We see it coming out. Your figures pointing to the fact that we have serious inflation. A crisis as it comes to cost of living in this country. A crisis that you are doing nothing about. Instead, is spend money, man. Take what? Take $250,000, man. Spend that on opening and say we opening hospital. We do have a contractor. We don't need contractor yet, man. Just we are tractor. We don't need contractor. Yeah? We could con a tractor, but we have no contractor, so we could send a tractor. And go and try a con on people with the tractor and do like your opening thing. We turn in sod. Yeah? But I hope you know, hold them shovel for your political grave. Because that is where all you're going after this election. Hold them shovel close. All you're going to need them to dig all your own political grave. Because the people of Grenada are fed up, you know. They had it with you all. And the faster you all call this thing and go, is the better for the people of Grenada. That's all they want. Call the thing and go. And let me just say, for the caller trying to call me, you need to call on the WhatsApp. You can't call direct. The phone isn't directly connected to the system. So you would need to call us. I see someone is trying to call. You've got to call us via WhatsApp. WhatsApp only. That's what I have up on the screen. WhatsApp calls only. So you need to call us on WhatsApp. You cannot get us if you call directly. Because if I answer the phone here, nobody can hear what you say. There's the phone here. The phone right in my hand here. So, right? So I cannot answer the direct calls, but I can answer the WhatsApp calls. All right? Nice. And there's no input for this 15 day. You understand? It's a whole kind of technical thing. Right? So give us a call on the WhatsApp. I see you trying to call, but I cannot answer direct. So you must call us on WhatsApp. Nice? Yeah. 421-7279. You can save the number and then call us on WhatsApp. Nice. Yeah, folks. What is being done to protect us? Yeah? During COVID, the NNP administration put several measures in place to protect different sectors of the economy so the boss men get money. Yeah? The people with different businesses, and they get money. People get money to try and set up businesses and all kind of thing as well. Public workers, etc., they receive their salaries as normal. Even though many of them were working from home. Those working from home. So you also put measures in place to protect businesses. You had people in the hospitality sector that were home. You couldn't just leave them home to starve. So measures were put in place to protect them. What is being put in place to protect the average Grenadian right now? Can anyone tell me that they've heard from this government any information regarding what protections are being put in place to protect you, the Grenadian people, with what we know is taking place right now? You could go and after this program is finished, you go and put on the BBC or Sky News. You go and put on Fox or CNN, whichever side you want to fall on. You go and put on Al Jazeera. And you're seeing in other countries that they have put measures in place to protect the people. But here, this government is putting measures in place to protect themselves, not the people. So in the midst of a cost of living crisis at your door, you take hundreds of thousands of dollars to go and have big gala and say, we turn in sod. Cost of living crisis is at your door. Food stuff about to go sky high. They can't get fertilizer through the streets, or almost it's going to affect several other things. The canned foods, you get all these it's going to affect it. And you take hundreds of dollars to go and, for what? Because you want to be like Maurice Bishop, and you want to be like Dr. Keith Mitchell, and you want to be like Sir Eric Matthew Gary. You think that your name must call in the same breath as people call those people with such honor. You want your name called in the same way. So you come and say, well, we're doing this thing. Yeah? And nobody is saying, don't do it. But if you're doing it, show us that you have the capability to sort out what we have already. Show us that you have the ability to take care of the facilities that we have. That people don't have to go there, and as you heard one caller, can't get gauze. You can't have situations like that taking place. All you want me to get gauze for all you? Somebody want to send gauze for the Princess Alice? All you know how to find me. 421-7279. Yeah? Send some gauze, and someone else is trying to call me direct. You cannot call me direct. You have to call me on the WhatsApp. Yeah. Somebody else trying to call me direct. But we have a call on the WhatsApp though. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, sir. You go right ahead, caller. You're live.
Yes, Sheldon, concerning the River Road project, right?
Mm-hmm.
That project was stopped by the present government, right? The project was stopped. We don't know why it was stopped. They haven't given us a reason as to why the project has stopped. Now it have a big congestion with the river now, where a set of lilies and all kind of things start growing. The water is not getting out as how it is to be before. And up to now, I could remember hearing the Prime Minister say that all the bridges was already in the country. I wonder if that bridge still there or if he put it under the house, or if I don't know what he do with it, because
Plus
up to now I see they make more.
maybe the card game bridge he was talking about, because we still ain't seen them bridge. Had to be the card game bridge he talking about.
It had to be, because I make sure I listen to him very well, and he said the two bridges here, and they was waiting for contractors just to start work. So where the bridge and him gone that he wanted to install? Because he said the prices for the concrete bridge was too much, so they brought in two metal bridge. So if you bring in the two metal bridge, let me see you install them. Let them go. Let we see progress happening. But nothing ain't happening because they ain't have nothing. But they take the rest of money that's supposed to be to finish the project and spend it elsewhere that we don't know. We can't. They can't give. Them can't even give a count for it, and they just expect all that to just go. Nothing should be said about it.
So you
because
think,
why?
You think Claudette and NDC care anything about River Road people? All they care about is trying to get a vote out of them to maintain the place in office. That's all they care about them. They don't care about them.
I know about that personally. Because too much of shit does happen and nothing is being happening. Every time you do so, you complain to the minister about it, nothing comes out of it. And I could tell you that from experience because I have complained. I personally went to her and complained about a situation that happening within the town of St. George concerning the housing project and how it is run. And the person that giving the material and thing, why telling to people, because I have that experience. I have text on my phone. You understand? So I have all the screenshot and then from the message on them. So if they feel people don't know what's going on, they better get the facts right. I complained to her and nothing came out of it because he's still doing the same thing. So it's only when action take and people take them to court, that is when things does go sideways. Because nothing said, nothing done. But you're going and complaining and nothing still happening. They have to do better than that. Thank you.
My brother, thank you. And let me say this as well. There's a situation I was made aware of today. And that's to tell you just how these people are thinking. There's a good friend of mine. And she has been very, very vocal in support of the new National Party. Very vocal. Has always been a very vocal person. And has been very vocal, especially on social media. And outside of social media too, because she does talk all over. Yeah? In support of the new National Party. And she lose her job today because of that. Unless the people can come forward and say what is the reason that she has lost her job. And the same individual was receiving financial assistance from the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, number 10. They were receiving assistance for the children to go to school through them. And as soon as they open their mouth and they start to talk positive towards the NNP, the same NNP that MP had belonged to, the money cut. They stop giving her the money. They know she needs it. She has children going to school. They know that she needs it. That is the reason she was getting it. But like she ain't supposed to have an opinion. Or if she have an opinion, then she's supposed to hush him out. So she has no constitutional rights like the rest of us. So today, she lost her job. Yeah? She had to look a job. She was on sick leave. They come and they take the work. That is the way they like to operate now. Remember, they said the reason NNP I get in And NDC not getting is because they don't know who is the real NDC. So she spoke out. She spoke out constitutional right. You take the girl work. So like she's not a human being with needs. Or like work in Grenada is only for NDC people. So NNP people ain't supposed to survive. Nobody ain't supposed to say anything in relation to NNP because as soon as you go on social media and you open your mouth, you become a target. You become a target, and that is why some people are skeptical with how they go out there and they make statements or how they go out there and they say anything. Because not everybody is like some of us who here on this or on the program and so that would just say what we have to say. If they vex, their faces they own. Some of them going to sleep and the pillow don't even want to see them because the face so vexed. The pillow, oh God boy, come with that face to me tonight. Because they're so vexed because you give your point of view or you have provided facts in relation to a situation. I heard one of them this morning talking about shrimp farm and I continue to ask the question because I know I am baiting them and I'm baiting them with shrimp. Tell the Grenadian people how much money Grenada ever lost in relation to the shrimp farm. Did Grenadians ever lose any money in relation to that? Yeah? How much did Grenadians lose? What did Grenadians lose in relation to that? Come on out, tell the Grenadian people that because you all like to talk about shrimp farm, but you all don't know about shrimp farm. You all don't understand about shrimp farm. And you all like to talk about fowl farm. I hear one of them who involved with the fowl farm, whose name was in Scotiabank with the money from the government of Grenada for fowl farm. I hear one of them this morning. For the first time in a long time, I hear them this morning. Yeah? If you all truly understand shrimp farm and fowl farm, and understand how it implicates various members of the National Democratic Congress, all you would have hush all your mouth. All you wouldn't want to talk. All you might want to ask, who was one of the people who was working together with the people with the shrimp farm to get investors? Might be very surprised. Next thing you know, you have one of them sitting down in the cabinet. You know, I know what I'm saying. Next thing you have one of them sitting down in the cabinet. So careful. Be very careful. Research properly what you're going to talk about and accuse people of. Because up to now, not one of you, when challenged, can show anywhere that Grenada lost a 5 million here, a 10 million or a $10. None of you could come and point and say Grenada lost any money in relation to that. Instead, what you all have done with the CBI has caused all of us, to be hit with a visa bond. So if you have a visa right now and your visa expire, you have to go and pay a visa bond. You have to pay it. If your visa expire now, you have to pay the visa bond. And if you're going to apply, you have to pay the visa bond. So we have found ourselves in this situation due to the behavior of this administration. Due to people who leave blast on the rum shop and come out and say, take the visa if all you want it. So they know that is a message that came from Grenada, from people Grenadians voted and put to represent them. So all of you in St. Patrick who have to go for visa and have to face the visa bond, thank Mr. Cornwall for the 15,000 US you had to fine. Thank Mr. Andal for the 15,000 US you had to fine. Yeah? Those of you in other areas, not just those of you in St. Patrick, because all are we involved in it. All are we had to find the money to go and pay now. So we had to find the money to make the application, to pay for the application. We had to find the money for the flight to go over to Barbados because we can't do it online. We have to go Barbados. So we had to find the money for the flight. We had to find the money for the hotel. We had to find money for transportation, food and drink while we in Barbados for the couple days. We still ain't sure we get the visa yet. And we still have to pay the 5,000 to 15,000 US deposit before we get a visa process first. That is what we have to go through. Because some men stand up in parliament and on other platforms and say, take the visa if all you want it. In one case, they take the visa. In the other case, they may say, well, like the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we can't take it. Oh, God. Let me ease them on that particular one. But if he wasn't the Minister of Foreign Affairs, he'd gain it too. These are the situations that we found ourselves in with these people. Yeah? Due to no fault of our own, except that somehow we went and voted and put them there to do that nonsense. And then some people come in and say, well, the team only have inexperienced way. No. Nobody on the new National Party team is applying to become a candidate for the general election. And when you ask them what their job is, they have unemployed. You have one sitting MP on the NDC side right now that was the situation. You had two others that said they was running small business that nobody who know them, live around them, or even related to them know what them small business is. I don't know what business they open up. But nobody knows. Up to this day, nobody don't know. When you look at the NNP team, you see competent and capable people. You see Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, an individual that has worked in the public service, in the health sector, who has been a minister of youth. He has ministerial experience. Yeah? And a man who has genuine care and concern for Grenadians, Carriacouians, and Petit Martiniquans, but a special place in his heart for the people of his homeland, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So you can't say that he incompetent and he never spent time in government. He was a government minister and a senior minister at that. I won't come to the phone line in a while. Let me go down the list. I'll call you back, caller. When you go to St. Patrick West, you have Mr. Jelani Glean, and I was able to pull video and show you all Mr. Glean and just commenting. He's been involved in community development for over a decade. He's finally young, yeah. And he's been involved for nearly his whole life in community development. Whether it's community group, sports group, and so on, and whether it is at the national level, on the Cricket Council, football, all this, he's been involved. At the parish level, at the national level. And he's held significant management positions with various organizations, from the stadium to the Grenada breweries and other places. He has held senior positions. So you can't say somebody that never had a management position or don't know nothing about nothing. You go over to Mr. Robert White, and you understand that this man has decades of experience in culture. He has decades of experience in business. He ain't a just come. He loves the people and the people love him. That's why anytime I see him, one thing I just think about anytime I see him, a poem called Khaki Police. He himself maybe can't remember Khaki Police. Anytime I see Robert White, I just remember Khaki Police. You have to be a certain age to remember Khaki Police. But he has been there. He's been involved. It's not somebody that just pop up out of nowhere and they say, well, who is he? And they have to take time to tell you who they is. No, it's somebody who everybody know. If we decide we're going down the West Coast and you reach by Dr. Mayana, not only in COVID, but she has been one of the people that have been dealing with, it's lupus, yes. Has been dealing with lupus, especially. And you heard Mr. Michael Batiste speak about her. You heard him speak about her. And her involvement in healthcare. An individual who has a degree in relation to management and so and public health. So she ain't no just come. She ain't no maybe. She ain't no I wonder who that girl is. Can you remember when you had COVID taking place? And at a point in time, everybody said, oh gosh, Nikki again, oh God, look, he have on the vest. And when they see Mayana, everybody started to say, but where they get this girl from? This girl should not be there all the time. that we needed. Only bring that, why only should I bring this girl all the time? So we ain't taking somebody that is unfamiliar to public and national service. Somebody who looking for a work. She could stay in the private sector and make real money. She could do that. But she is trying to give back to the country that has given so much to her. You go down to Mr. Alvin Dabry, a former government minister, two-time government minister, two-time MP. The best member of parliament that St. John has ever seen. The man who gave them the polyclinic that Karine come and mess up. Yeah? Alvin Dabrio, successful in business. Started radio station, TV station. The cable TV right now is because of Alvin Dabrio. And he has been successful not just in Grenada, but outside of Grenada as well. Man is an engineer. You want to compare Alvin Dabrio to any of them on the NDC team? Come on, joke all you make it. You read to Mr. Adrian Joseph in St. George Northwest. I'm going through the whole team, so I'm going past then. Mr. Adrian Joseph in St. George. Dr. Adrian Joseph, let me put it again. Dr. Adrian Joseph. Successful in business, successful in life. That's an individual who in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has done marvels. You could go to any part of the earth and when you mention Grenada, they know Adrian. Any part of the earth right now, they know Adrian. And he's multi-talented. So don't think it's just foreign affairs and protocol that he knows. He's multi-talented. Yeah? You can't take Adrian and say Adrian is the same as these guys when these guys come in office, never spend any time in a ministry at any senior position. Adrian spent how much years as the chief of protocol? He understands governmental procedure, not just protocol. You come to the tongue of St. George with Troy George, a lecturer at the university level, an individual who his life story is the life story that many of our young people should be trying to emulate right now. So that they can then go on to be educating young minds in the same way that he has been doing, molding young minds. Successful young man. You can't go and put Troy in the same basket with these group of people and them. You want to spoil Troy? And the same comes, let's go to St. George, northeast. You have Mr. Oh gosh, well, we're talking about Nimrod Olivier here. Nimrod Olivier was in the U.S. Navy. So he has his credentials from the U.S. Navy, from the unit that would go out and build places and that sort of thing. He was a member of that. He was a member of the New York Police Department for many years. And in those many years, he has been coming back to Grenada, as I show you all from since before Hurricane Ivan. Coming back in Grenada and giving back to Grenada. Whether it's police uniform, things for the traffic wardens, or whether it's vests, bulletproof vests, whatever it is, he has been bringing things in to assist long before he became candidate Nimrod Olivier. The man bring until he bring fire truck and all. Until he bring fire truck and all. The man left at one of the most senior positions in the New York Police Department. And you gonna take him and try to put him in the same basket with that waste of time people that we have in office right now in Grenada? Joke all you making. We could go over to St. George Southeast. And when we reach in Southeast, we have brother Dwight Horsford. Dwight Horsford was Solicitor General in Grenada. He has been in law for many years. He has been the Attorney General over in Anguilla. The man is a legal luminary. At least he does win case. I know about the President Attorney General. A legal luminary. And this is his second time around in the Senate. You go try it. I mean, come on. They can't even match up to him in any, well, definitely not intellectually. And achievement-wise, they can't match up to him either. Joke you're making. Mr. Christopher Diali Jr., very successful in business as well. Very successful. Another individual who has been grounded in the community, has been involved in various organizations around Grenada. There's not people that just happen to come along. This is people that has been there, been through it, and been with us, the Grenadian people. You have Miss Nolene Thompson, same thing. All you think is no Nolene in this thing? All you think is no Nolene just... Listen, Nolene is going around St. David. Don't think it's the first time she's going around St. David, you know. If you're saying that you don't know Nolene, this is not the first time Nolene is going around St. David and she just... St. David people just getting to know her. Some people just getting to know her. Troy Noel. I said Troy George. Troy Noel. Because I have a Troy George I had to talk to. That's what's going on there. Yeah, Troy Noel. Nolene ain't just reaching this thing. Nolene has been there. She has been advocating. Whether it's for women, whether it's for differently abled people, whether it's for farmers, she has been there and advocating for them. She's a successful businesswoman. She's a successful executive. And she has come to give to her country, her land of birth. She ain't looking for a work. She's looking for the work to develop the people of Grenada. That is the work they're looking for, not a work. As in, you're just looking at the salary. You can't wait until month end reach. Woo! I forget, now it's fortnight. You can't wait for the fortnight reach for your account to go boom. She had time for that. What she has time for is developing the people of St. David and looking for the best for the people of St. David. Not spending time jumping plane to say, well, I go in Africa. Not trying to dress like Mr. Ibu. She's trying to ensure that she can do the best for the people of St. David even now. Even now, before she's elected, and we know she will be elected. You go to St. Andrew and you look at the St. Andrew 4 and you see class. You see Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters. I can testify that I've known this young lady involved in youth group, in sports. That is Paradise cheerleader. People tell you that. Who know will tell you. Kate has been Paradise Football Club cheerleader. Yeah? She has been involved in youth group in St. Andrew Northeast for many years. Not just when she got into politics. She has... Watch. I remember coming into office in 2013. And some young ladies from the St. Joseph's Convent, Grenville, came to the office selling some tea. You know, Kate does send them, you know. Because she was dealing with the youth enterprise thing that they had on a yearly basis. I haven't heard about that for quite a while, coming to think of it. But that youth enterprise thing they had where they would travel to other countries with their project, and so if you're winning Grenada, you're the one that travel and so. And she was the one doing it at the convent up there. There are many young persons who are involved in business right now through what Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters taught them. And she has ministerial experience. Twice ministerial experience. She ain't going in a ministry and don't know how a ministry run and how things go. Nice kid. You have teacher Lisa. Years as an educator. Years working in the government service. Nobody have a bad thing to say about her. You go in and classify somebody who has spent years dedicated service in the public service to the people of Grenada. Like teacher Lisa. You go in and line up with somebody like Kareem James or one of them. Joke all you have to be making with that. You have You know, I always call Honorable Dr. Clarice Modest the lioness. Well, I have a young lioness out there in St. Andrew Southwest in the person of Amanda Japal George. You see, Mrs. George? That young lady, youth parliamentarian, yeah? She has been the chair of the NNP youth arm, but let me even put that aside. And in her personal life, she has been a successful author. She has been a successful businesswoman. Young as you see her there. Successful businesswoman. Young as she is. You can't go and put her in the same category these people. These people cannot get up to the category that she's at. And then when you talk about our political leader, even if you want to match our political leader against their political leader, our political leader led young people to go and build house for people who could not build their own houses after Hurricane Ivan. I know because I was there. And even before that, she was involved in was it the Leos? Yeah, the Leo Club. She was a teacher. She was involved in the Ministry of Youth as a youth coordinator. So there are so many things that she was involved in. You remember when she had this program, Youth Vibes? They used to have it on Community Channel 6, Youth Vibes. And used to bring the young people on and talk about youth issues and talk about developing. I remember she even bring a young man from the jail. Bring young men from the jail to come and sit down and talk to young people and say, don't get in trouble as me, oh God. I inside there and I know if I coming out or if I will ever come out or when I will come out, don't get in trouble like me. And I'm talking about the late 1990s, early 2000s there. That same Emlyn Pierre. And when Hurricane Ivan hit, she was the one that organized young people. The other day I was in St. Vincent along the same time with Honorable Emlyn Pierre. And strange enough in the location, we were two young people came up to us. One young lady, I couldn't even make out the young lady face. She said, I know the other one. I saw her before. But the other young lady come and say, Miss Pierre, I remember when you brought me to Carriacou on a camp. She remembered that. That's a memory that she'll have for the rest of her life. I walked the hills of Grenada with the Honorable Emlyn Pierre, going up on farm to check on young farmers who were funded through programs that she put in place. All kind of people taking things and saying they do program and thing. Honorable Emlyn Pierre, who used to stay in the office until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning in the ministerial complex, making sure that she get these programs and these projects in place. Dedicated. I don't know where Deacon was when all them things going on. When Pinky and Lily, Brent and Rondell, Andy and Andy, and all of the others were climbing roof and lining up house for men without legs and women without husbands. When they were doing all these things, when people were getting material after Hurricane Ivan and they had nobody to put it up. And Emlyn Pierre was getting young people to go and be of service to their nation, to go out there and educate other young people and to be involved in positive activities. When she was going on the blocks and getting young men who were involved in violence out of the violence. Where was Deacon? Protecting big business and attacking the workers. So them can't come and talk to me about any Deacon Mitchell versus Emlyn Pierre comparison. She has led a ministry now on 3 occasions. Yeah? Prior to 2008 and 2 times after 2008. She has led ministries at the very senior position. She has spent years in public service. So don't ever make the mistake of coming to try and compare the team that we have in the NNP to that waste of time, the pabon, that all you have there as the NDC. I know what I say in Creole. Pabon. Because Deacon Pabon. Yeah? Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you. in everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. Remember, tomorrow evening at the Tivoli RC School starting at 6:30, it's going to be NNP Connect. And of course, we will be broadcasting that, God's willing, starting at 6:30. So we will not be having program tomorrow night, but we will be on Thursday. Remember, also on Thursday, you have Simon Says that will be coming on at 5. If it isn't, they'll get a note before that it won't be coming on at 5, but 5 o'clock, you will be getting Simon Says, and then we will be coming on at 8 on Thursday with talking points for you. Folks, that's all the time we have. Please, please, please remember donations, donations, donations. We need your donation. I check in and I ain't see none. Yeah, well, Cindy, I see yours. Nice, right. Yeah, so Adrian and Cindy, that is it. Those of you that can help, you go see the thing coming up on the screen in a little while. Help if you can. We need your help. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out of here. Love each and every one of you endlessly.
The highest mountain and deeper than the deepest sea. That's how I will love you, oh darling, endlessly. Softer than the gentle